Hi, my name's Aaron Branch. I'm one of the instructors here at Campcraft Outdoors, and we're going to demonstrate to you how to make char cloth. So we're going to start off with a chaotic TP fire, which is one of my favorite fire lays. It's also one of the most common that we teach here at the school. But first, something we have to address is we have an area cleared out here and the ground is very damp. So the first thing we want to do is create a barrier between the moist ground and the fire that we're going to start. And by doing that, we'll just use a piece of bark here. It's very simple, just keeps everything off the ground, keeps it dry, and this will be enough to ensure that the moisture from the ground doesn't get into the fire and affect how fast it can develop. So we're going to take our tinder bundle here and place it, and then all we're going to do is just take a couple handfuls of sticks here and just cross them one right over another, lay it right across. All right, once you have your sticks crossed, we're going to use what's called a pump method on our ferro rod to ignite this natural material. Oftentimes the natural material can be damp, and what the pump style does is it helps dry out some of the marginally damp properties of the stuff. So we're going to pull our ferro rod out here and knife. Fluff it up here a little bit. Give it a good pump. Put away our ferro rod and knife. And now what we're going to do is we'll just pick these sticks up here and just pull it up over the flames. And that creates loft, allows that flame to travel up through these sticks here and gives it. Okay, we're now going to use this fire to make char cloth. We're going to use this tin here, and this is a tin that has hinges, and which means that we don't need a hole in the top. And what the hole does and what the hinges allow is it allows the gases to escape, so that way it doesn't pop apart. It'll stay closed. Inside we have 100% cotton, and that we're going to turn into char cloth. All we do is we take it, drop it directly onto the fire, and we wait. Okay, we've waited about 5 to 7 minutes or so, and so we're ready to pull this off the fire. So just take a stick and just drag it out here. Now, it's vitally important that we let this completely cool down, cool enough to be able to touch it with your hands in order to keep the material from combusting inside. Because what we've done is we've restricted the oxygen from the material, and that has allowed it to char. So right now, if we were to open this, it will burst into flame and it'll ruin our char cloth. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let that cool as long as it takes for it to cool down. And once it's cool to touch, then we'll know we're good. We can open it up. We'll have our char cloth. Okay, once we pick our piece of char cloth that we want to use, we're going to tear it in half. A couple reasons for that is we don't need to use the whole thing, but also it creates these little threads here and little edges that hang off. That's going to catch a spark a lot better. So what I like to do is I like to fold it in half. Take our piece of flint. We're going to flatten it out a little here. Get the little edges to hang over. Once we have our char cloth in place, take our striker, hold it between our fingers. Hold the stone at an angle that is almost just like a knife, like you're slicing when I take a slice out of the striker. And we're just going to take a and there it is. We're going to take our tinder bundle here. We're going to put it in the center, and we're going to just fold it over. There we go. Once we do that, I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to add it in here just to give us a little bit more longevity. Pop that in here. There it is. Flint and steel fire.